Hello, welcome to the new video of Active Directory Setup Series Part 5. This is a video series of setting up Active Directories in two separate subnets under the VirtualBox environment. In this video, we will configure DHCP and DNS service on the pfSense firewall so that it can forward or connect to the Windows server whenever there are requests from the clients in the network. If we look at Active Directory, we are still focusing on the setup of Site A. Right now, we already have a firewall and a Windows server along with a few Windows clients and Linux clients. As the Windows server will be the primary controller of handling DNS and DHCP server, we will let the firewall to be the primary server handling the queries, but it will not be the one managing it. It will ask for uh, the entries from the Windows server whenever a request is received. All right, let's get started. First of all, let's make sure everything is okay. When we visit the firewall IP, we will reach the web admin portal. Second, let's make sure the DHCP and DNS setting are configured. In the DHCP window, you will see there are subnet range already set up. In the DNS window, I fill in some entries for testing. In a VirtualBox network setting, we need to make sure the Windows server is in the same host-only subnet. There's one last thing to check to make sure the NAS is turned off. The NAS service is to forward the internet to the clients. We set it up in previous video before the firewall is installed in the network. Now we don't need it already. Okay, I think I already removed it in the previous setting. Now we are going to set up the service in pfSense. The default password of pfSense is pfSense. Don't forget to change it if you are using it in the production environment. Now we are in the welcome screen of the web portal. I already set up once in the console, but the welcome screen seems to show up anyway. It's all right. We can go through the setup together once again. Okay. We need to set up the host name. If we look at the DNS entry, um, the pfSense firewall host name is pf. The domain is buckle.local. DNS server is 192.168.235.2. Now let's go to the setting page of setting up the DHCP relay. I just realized I didn't shut down the DHCP server on pfSense, so let's do it first. There are some issues with the network. I didn't do anything, just temporary network issue. Now let's go to the DHCP relay setup page. In the select page, we need to tell the firewall to forward the LAN request to the Windows server. The DHCP settings should be ready. Let's move on to the DNS. Again, I do not realize that pfSense already set up the DNS server for us. The difference is whether we want to let pfSense to forward the traffic to the server, I mean the Windows server, or let pfSense to respond to the clients by asking for the DNS from the server itself. In the setting page, we already add the Windows Server IP to the DNS. So let's stick with the resolver. It's really up to how you want the firewall to respond to the traffic. I think both of them serve this a very similar function. Okay, it should be ready. Both DHCP and DNS servers should be ready on pfSense. Let's do some testing with a Windows client. I will skip forward um, to let it boot up the OS. Okay, a Windows client is turned on and it's in the host only network. We can check the IP with ipconfig by opening the command prompt. We can see the IP is within the DHCP range. And when we ping the local DNS addresses, it will return response and the IP. This should conclude the video. To sum up, we enable the forward service from pfSense so that it can interact with the Windows server when it get DHCP and DNS requests from the clients. In the next video, we will replicate another set of subnet and servers um, to establish a site-to-site VPN between them. I will see you in the next video.